This is the Symposium podcast with Wright and Romero.
All right.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. This is the Symposium podcast. On the other on the other side of the couch, let the people know who you are, sir.
It's about to be what type of episode.
Yeah, it is, for real.
It's about to be a weird one. Hey, I go by the name E. Wright. Welcome back to the Symposium podcast. Kick it back to my brother.
Rose Gold in the building. Made it here.
Made it here, man.
Just fine. There's a reason that I say that. Gigi in the building as well. Chill.
Chilling as usual.
We have some stories for you.
I think this is just about to be a story podcast.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, no news.
No news.
No nothing. I think it's just about to be story time.
Yeah. So we definitely have some stories for y'all, especially
yeah.
Eve. But before we get into it, as always, to my man.
Yes, sir.
And to the people. Welcome to the party.
Man. It's refreshing.
Yes. So.
How are you doing, my good friend?
I'm doing well, sir. I'm
Yeah.
doing well. I'm flustered. That might not be the word, but I'm gonna go with it right now. There's just some stuff going on, bro.
Yeah.
Just some stuff going on. But other than that, I'm in good spirits. I'd say a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, my man? Nigga.
Bro, I don't know what I am at this point. Like, I just don't know.
Oh,
like,
I'm so sorry.
I don't know, bro. It was a weekend for the books. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Weekend for the books. I'll tell you that, man.
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, it came a long ass work week. First week, first full week of school completed. Fucking draining.
You made it.
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it. But man, I don't know where I'm at on the compass, I just don't know, bro. I'm like, it's here. I'm over the place, bro. Like, but I do have an opportunity to, I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be worse. It could be a lot worse. So
It's funny how that is too. You go
yeah.
through some shit and you like, could be worse.
Could
like,
be worse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's just kind of like fuck, bro. Like,
Still.
man.
Alright, yeah. So we have no news, as we said.
There's no news today.
No news at all. We basically have stories. This is gonna be like a huge check-in, basically.
Yeah.
Huge check-in.
Yeah. Which is much needed.
Yeah, yeah. I'll kick this off because my man has experience.
You're in Mankato, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we talk about that? Yeah.
What you do? What's going on?
Well, first, so yesterday got up at like 4 something in the morning just to get ready for the day, cause
just when I was going to sleep.
yeah.
Fuck.
Me and Danny G, we had to come down to the cities to meet with our realtor.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we finally got to do some tours of houses.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see the city and see what houses are out there. First of all, you motherfuckers with these listing prices, goddamn ridiculous.
Oh, I bet it's crazy. Especially with COVID and shit, this probably went up.
Oh, God.
Everything went up.
Listen to me, for a house over in South Minneapolis, like a tiny box, $400,000. Maybe even like a little more for the asking price. I'm like, yo, the basement isn't done.
Right.
You bitches have roaches. This hasn't been remodeled since the goddamn 1970s. Like, why is it still wood paneled? why is it still? Why is this a shag carpet, nigga? I don't know. So, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Our realtor, he knows what he's talking about. He's holding our hand during the whole process.
How'd you get your realtor?
Danny G's mom, man, she's well connected.
Nice.
She hit us up in a group text and she's like, "Hey, this is Tim. He showed me this place that we wanted to look at. I think he's gonna work well with you." I said, "Okay. What I'm gonna do? Say no?" But no,
right.
He's very sharp, and he's for the people.
Yeah, that's good.
He's not in it for money.
That's good.
But yeah, we did that for a few hours. Learned a lot. Definitely have a better idea as far as what we're looking for in a home. Biggest thing though is that we started.
Yeah.
I know I've been talking to you about that for a minute now, and this is it. It's finally happening. Things are in motion. Rose Gold is trying to get a home, y'all. I told you this earlier before. House baby Tesla.
He's trying to come back.
Yeah.
Come back to the city.
I'm tired. I'm done with my fucking exodus. I'm ready to come home. I'm ready to come home.
Man.
So that was pretty much the morning. Then later in the afternoon, went out to Mankato to see some old friends, some of Danny G's friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
New mom, 4-month-old daughter, cute as a button.
Yeah.
Just right off the bat, said hi. She just smiles. I'm like, oh, we're friends now.
Right.
We're good. So just hung out there. It was nice to see everyone, catch up. Haven't gotten together like that in some time. It's weird. It's very weird to see everyone, not in a bad way. It's just like, I remember you were taking shots, you were stealing money off of tips. Oh wait, no, that was me. That was me. You was asking for free drinks, and just the fuckery.
Yeah.
And then here it is, a decade later.
Growing up.
Yeah,
you know.
families and talking about homes and careers and stuff. It's a different thing. It's beautiful. It's just like, when did we grow up? when did that happen? I still feel like a kid. I'm just a little more responsible.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with me this weekend. It was good. Thing that's got me that I should
what's flustered? Yeah. Why you flustered?
Car accidents, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm seeing, like not even like.
Yeah.
It's nonstop. That's one of the reasons that I was even late today. I showed you what time I would be here.
Right.
And then as I got on the road, traffic started to slow down. I was like, okay, it's one of two things: construction or a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
Got closer. It wasn't even a car accident, man. It was bad.
Oh, damn.
It was bad. One car was just in a wreck, and then there was another one flipped over.
Damn.
On the side of the road, and paramedics was there, put a man on a stretcher, and then there was another one on the side, and I don't even want to get into the details of that, but let's say there was a crowd.
Yeah.
So, and then Thursday, as I was picking up my car from the repair shop, I heard it. I heard, pow! Looked up, 2 cars crashed. Ran over there, people were running, called 911. Young girl, had to be no older than late teens, early 20s. Gets out, starts limping. Everyone seemed okay for the most part. Maybe some cuts and bruises, but people were definitely shooken up.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's what's bizarre for me, or what's got me flushed, because I'm like, what's happening right now? Why am I seeing this? Or even why does this seem to be very present? Like, why is this happening so much? I really like to know, because it shouldn't happen that often.
Right.
So, I called 911 and never have I heard this in my life, but it said all lines are busy. Nigga, what is happening where dispatch is like, hey, we can't take no more calls?
I've definitely got a dispatch story.
Yeah.
For that.
So that's what's going on with me. That's the latest in my life. Tell the people what the fuck is up.
Man, like I said, this one's gonna be story time, man. It was a wild fucking weekend, bro.
Yeah.
Friday. Spent, work, then spent the evening, I should say. We were at Forgotten Star. We were doing a fundraiser for a basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
It was Oktoberfest, so we were selling brats and all that. Good ass day, good turnout, super dope. I go home. Thank God, dropped Gigi off, and then I'm just hanging out for a little bit. And then probably like 1 a.m., bro. I'm on my way home. I'm like literally like 7 minutes from the crib, bro. I'm by like James Rice Park, kind of like by Boom Island a little bit. But there's like, you know how there's like the nice, you've been to like Calhoun where you got the houses and then the
Sir, it is pronounced Lake Bahama.
however you say that shit.
But yeah, I've been over there.
So you know how the streets are skinny around the night, by the night in front of nice houses.
Yeah.
So I'm coming, I'm going like northbound, going around a curve, and as I'm looking, there's a car coming, the opposite way, but it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker is flying. Like, I'm looking like, oh fuck, it's not like, he's going way too fast. But I'm still thinking like, all right, he's going to pass me. And then as I get closer, the motherfucker is not moving. Now he's in front of me and not moving, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, this is it right here. I'm like, this is it right here. And fucking, so there's nowhere to go for me to go. I'm closest to the curb that I can get. He got plenty of room over there, and like I'm trying to move last second. This motherfucker just kind of swiped, but he still hit the front of my shit. Like boom. I think his shit spun. I think his car spun, but like so he hit my driver's side, and then probably like 20 feet, like stop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So there's two dudes in the car. And it's just me, I'm just by myself. I'm like, dog, my door fucked up. Like, I'm good, though. I'm like, probably, check myself.
Yeah.
Check myself, and I'm good. Bro, I get out the car, and the dude yelling at his friend, like, man, I told you, like, slow down. So they arguing, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck is going, like, what just happened, dude? Like,
yeah.
The dude can barely fucking talk, bro. Like, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker is drunk, dog.
Kids? I mean, I'm not even trying to make a judgment call here, but it's just like...
Oh, no. This is
grown?
Yeah.
Grown, okay.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Fucking smack. So the dude yelling at his friend, like I told you to slow down. I'm like, dog. Nah, at this point, I'm just like, I really want to fuck both of them up, like.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, all right, what the fuck do I do now? And then Asian dudes. But like, so at first I didn't know. I'm like trying to talk to him, and he's like not, like responding. And I'm like, damn, can this motherfucker, it's like, I didn't. Now I'm thinking like, is this gonna be a language barrier issue?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't. He was just fucking drunk. Like, so his friend was doing all the talking, and I'm just like, my thought is like call the police, I guess.
Yeah, usually in a situation like that, it's best to, or get the authorities.
Yeah. So then I stepped. I'm like, hey, just give me a minute. Step to the side, and so I called the police. And I'm like, I've been in a car accident. She's like, are you injured? I'm like, no. She's like, I don't think there's any injuries. But she's like, okay. Asked for the location. I told her where I'm at. And then she's like, all right, well, have somebody out there. So they just sitting there at this point, talking to each other and shit. I'm just chilling. Hour go by, bro. And like a legit hour go by. And nobody came. I called the lady, and the same lady, dispatch lady, She like, I'm like,
What you
yeah.
want?
I'm like, yeah, I called like an hour ago, but I've been in a car accident and like nobody's came. She's like straight up was like, yeah, they probably not coming, man.
No, that's not. No.
Swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. She's like, yeah, they probably not coming in. Y'all should probably just exchange info and get the cars towed. I just looked at the phone like, what?
That shit is fucked. Never in my life have I heard such a...
Wild, bro.
I've never heard such things.
So I hang up the phone and I'm like, so I called one of my buddies that's a cop in St. Paul. So I called him, like, bro, what, like, I don't know, you know, and he's like, man, but he didn't get back to me till the morning though, but he like, bro, I think they like either short-staffed, because he knows some officers that work for Minneapolis Police Department.
Yeah.
He said they was either short-staffed that night or something happened. I think it was like, he just sent me an article today. I think it was like 11 people shot or some shit, like, so they probably were all at that scene.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? It's something like that. It was something crazy. But, so that happened. So the police never came, bro. Mind you, this is a drunk, like, the dude was fucking drunk.
Yeah.
So I go up to him, I'm like, bro, I'm not, like, you're clearly drunk, and I don't even want to make that shit worse on you, dog. Like, cause it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
If the police come, like, you're fucked. You know what I mean? I told him, like, bro, I've been there, bro. That shit like, I don't want to, you know, do that to you. But what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, so he gave me his information. He gave me his license, his insurance information. He got his phone number, and I'm just like. So now at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just get my car towed home. I'm like, all right, like either we gonna settle this outside of the insurance, like he offered me cash, bro. I looked at my car, I'm like, yeah. I looked at my car, I'm like, bro, you don't got that much money on you, fam. Like,
yeah.
That's at least 3 bands right there.
Like,
yeah, like no, like, nah. I should have just fucking took his money, but anyways.
Should have been like, this is start.
Yeah.
This is start.
But so mind you, bro. So I hit the tow. So I called roadside assistance, AT&T roadside assistance, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it took me like a half hour to even talk to somebody. Then they didn't. It was like online, automated, so they didn't even. Oh my God, yeah. So they didn't. So I got nothing from them. So I called like Minneapolis Towing Company, and the lady like, all right, well, we have somebody out there in like 45 minutes. I'm like, all right, thank you, whatever, you know. 45 minutes go by, bro, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I called back. It's like, oh, hey, I was just about to call you, I'm sorry. So the guy, we only got one guy working tonight, and he just got called to, like, the police just called him to a different, like, scene, so he had to go when the police calls.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm like, I just laughed at that point. I'm like, this is how, so it gotta be like 2 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, so this is how my night going, bro. Like, this is it. I'm like, this, whatever I did to deserve this, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And like, fuck. So then, crazy, the AT&T roadside assistant just so happened to call me back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I answered the phone. They're like, hey, we found someone. We can get them out there for you in like 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, he said. I'm like, all right, that's cool, thank you. So then I canceled the Minneapolis one. So I'm waiting. So then I just call Lady back. I'm like, hey, will I be able to like ride with my car home?
Yeah. Like
at this point, it's like 3 or something in the morning. And she's like, well, no, due to COVID, no, you can't.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, I understand that. I'm like, well, do I have to be here with my car? Can they just pick it up if I leave the keys and everything? Like, yeah, no problem. That's fine. Just tell us where you left it. So I call a Lyft, bro. Now it's 4 o'clock. Now it's 4 a.m. I call Lyft. I don't even know if the dudes are still here. I just was sitting in my car at this point. Like, I'm like, I don't know if they was there, if they left, but I know the car was still there. Cause I can see the hazards blinking in the rear view. So, I fucking So I get the lift home, bro. I got the tow truck's driver's number. So when I got home, I just called him. I'm like, hey, just call him, make sure. He's like, yeah, I'm on 35 now. Headed to the scene. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. So everything should be there. So now 5 a.m. I go to sleep, bro. Pass out. Wake up at like 8 something. I'm like, all right, take Gigi out. I'm like, well, let me just go look at my fucking car and at least, get some shit out the trunk and whatever. Bro, I walk around through the parking lot. I walk around the corner and there's one car in the parking lot. And it's the fucking car that hit me. It's the car that hit me, bro. It's in my parking lot. And I'm looking around like for cameras at this point. I'm like, this has got to be a prank. This has to be a sick fucking joke, bro. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? They towed the wrong car.
So then where was yours?
Still there. But, so then now, like, I'm calling the tow company. These motherfuckers are not even open on Saturday.
Lovely.
So left a message. I called the cell phone number of the dude that towed it, no answer. Left him a message. I called roadside assistance after waiting for another half hour. Called them. They're like, well, yeah, let's just call it. It's like, well, we got a policy where once it leaves the scene, like that's not on them. It's on the company.
Okay.
I get that, but I'm like, so then she called. I'm like, yeah, I just told you they're not open today. Like, what can I do? Like, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I just want to know where my car is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro. So hang up the phone with them. I called Minneapolis non-emergency number.
Yeah.
And told the dude, I'm like, yeah. So I got into a car accident last night. I'm like, the police never came. And he like looked it up, so I got a case number for that. So he's like, oh yeah, I can see right here the case number. I'm like, yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out. So the tow company towed the wrong car, and I'm just trying to find my car now. The motherfucker just laughed, bro. Like, wow. Like he laughed, like, wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it is, bro. But like, this shit ain't funny right now.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, like,
be professional about this,
bro. And
I can laugh. I'm your friend.
Yeah. But then he still. So then I'm like, we're going through. He gave me another number to call, and then so like to the report. I'm like, so about the report, like nobody came out. Like, how do I file a report? Because at this point, I'm like, well, dude, like Minnesota is a no-fault state too. I just learned that.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that a while back.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that shit tripped me out too. Cause I'm like, well, this motherfucker is just drunk. Like, so now it's the police. That's where the police report came in. But I'm like, dog, I can't believe this. Like, so then I'm just like, I look. So now I go online. I'm just like, man, it had to be impounded. It cannot still be there. It's 10 a.m. at this point. I'm like, the car, it was in the middle of the fucking street. Like, it cannot be here no more. So I found it. It got impounded. The car got impounded. And they gave me a fucking ticket on top of that. And the lady was like, she's like, this car's in an accident, right? I'm like, yeah. And what? She's like, they shouldn't have gave you a ticket. Like, call this. She gave me a number to call. Like, you got the case number? I'm like, yeah. So she said, you can get that ticket dismissed or whatever. But so find my car. So now I gotta get it towed from the impound. I gotta pay. I gotta go pay.
No, that's not right.
Get it. Yep. I had to go pay and get it towed from the impound to my house, bro. And so now my car's in the parking lot, and the motherfucking car hit me is still in the parking lot, bro. Like, I reached out to him. I wasn't about to. I reached out to him like, hey, your car. I gave my address. Like, hey, this. I'm like, well, how do you want to handle this? How you want to settle this? He's like, oh, I'm just gonna file an insurance claim. I said, oh, okay. I'm like, all right, say less. So I got all his information. I'm gonna figure it out Monday. But bro, it's fucking insane.
That's
how my weekend was, bro. That's how my weekend was.
That shit is wild. Like, you can't make that up.
No.
That's the funny thing.
Crazy, bro.
It's crazy as shit. Good God. Well, I mean, first and foremost,
but I'm
you're
alive
okay.
and well.
Yeah.
You know, had a little headache, but you know, I'm good.
You still here, brother.
I'm still here.
And apparently, them boys is here as well.
Yeah.
So nobody died.
Yeah.
That's good. Some fuckery.
It was fucking wild, bro.
Some reckless shit, but
fucking wild.
hope that pans out pretty well for you, my man. Because I saw the video. I saw the video on the gram.
Insane, bro.
There's definitely a few bands.
Yeah.
There's definitely a few bands. God damn.
Oh man, so inconvenient. Like I got so much to do. You know what I mean? Like
It's tough, bro.
Yeah.
I know when you don't have a car, it's like, and you're busy.
Yeah.
Like you're busy. It's not that, oh, I should do this. Or that. It's like, no, I have shit to do.
Like for real. Oh, but yeah, bro. So you know, that was my story time. And, yeah, just a wild fucking weekend. But hopefully it get better. You know? Hopefully.
Brother, I would hope so for you. You actually said something that I was wondering about. Because I was talking to Danny G about this. Because I told her, I said he got in that accident. She hopes you're doing all right, by the way. Hope you get that check.
For real, man.
But we were wondering, like, why didn't the police come? Because I've never,
bro.
Even just calling 911 on Thursday saying the lines are busy. Why? Like, what's going on where you can't get to me?
Right.
Two, what is going on where nobody's coming in a situation such as this? Like that's
like the dude asked me to the non-emergency dude was like, what did you tell him it was a drunk driver? I said, yeah. I'm like, well, I kind of thought about it. I'm like, did I? But I'm like, yeah, I led with that actually.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, yeah, all the calls are recorded, so we'll check on that. I was like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, nobody came. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, if he's like, yeah, well, if no injuries, you know, they probably. I'm like, dog.
Who gives
it
a
was
fuck?
a car accident.
Yeah.
Like, a drunk driver was involved. Like, it was crazy. So I don't know what happened that night, but she straight up said, like, yeah, nobody coming. Like,
no, that's what's really wild.
That was so wild,
like,
bro. Like, she straight up said, yeah, I don't think nobody's coming. I just looked at the phone like, oh my God. Like, all right. That's why I'm like, all right, I'm going home. At this point, I'm like, all right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going home.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the day.
That was nothing. Yeah, nothing I could do.
Very, very badly. I'm also interested to hear what happened with what you said from your friend saying that there was a shooting.
Yeah. I didn't even pull up the article.
That should have been that's news right there.
He texted to me. I can check it after that. Yeah, it was something. Shooting. It was some type of shooting in Minneapolis, bro.
Sure.
Yeah, but it looked like, I thought it said like 11 people were involved in some shit.
It's a lot of people.
Oh yeah, bro.
But yeah, hopefully people are okay. I mean, shooting, so probably not, but we'll talk. Maybe we'll talk about that next episode.
Yeah, that'll be on the news for sure. On the docket.
Jesus Christ! But since you shared that story about your accident, I'll share a story with you. I've gotten into 3 accidents in my entire life. Actually, that's not true. I'm sorry. I've gotten into 2 accidents. One was a scare. So 2 accidents and 1 scare. First time it was 2009. I was on my way to work. I worked at Caribou. It's like 5 in the morning. It's winter. It's fucking freezing outside. I get on to 694 East, heading to work. And it's just me and this SUV, right? Mind you, there's ice on the road.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. So as we're driving and we're making this turn, I suddenly see the SUV in front of me swerve. It goes from just like this, goes right to the left, back to the right, and then it suddenly goes to the left.
Ice,
Yeah. And then it gets on 2 wheels.
Damn.
So it's like this, and it looks like it's gonna go over, and I'm like, oh fuck, this person's about to die. So then, it's some miraculous way, it gets back on 4 wheels, but then it turns sideways in front of me. So it goes back on 4 wheels and then turns, and so I get on the brakes hard.
Yeah.
And I did it in just enough time to where we hit one another, but it wasn't that much damage. Lady gets out. She's like freaking out. I get out. I'm like, are you okay? Is everything all right? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. She's got dents on the side of her vehicle. Part of my vehicle is damaged, but again, like nothing crazy. It's more of the situation that happened.
Yeah.
And then when it was all said and done, she's like, "Do you want to call the police?" I said, "Yes, yes, I do.
Right.
I absolutely do." So that was one. That was like in 2009. Fast forward 2014. I'm leaving the club. I'm leaving. It was a good night. It was great, no complaints. I'm talking to my friend that's with me. Out of nowhere, gets sideswiped.
Damn.
Yeah, just like casually, like no one else was on the road, which was, that was the random thing. And then just out of nowhere, bam, hit. And what made it even funnier, where I got hit was the same spot that I collided in like 2009. It was literally the same spot. I said, what the fuck is this? This is just bad luck. Shout out to my old car, Chevrolet Cavalier. Thing is sturdy as a bitch.
Dude, I actually got a crazy story like that. Like just coming outside the bar, leaving the bar.
Yeah.
Bro, I forgot when this was, bro, but a few years back.
Oh, hold up. Before you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll good. But before you go on, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Oh, my bad.
Second time that I got hit. So that's why stuff. It's a young lady, and she's drunk.
Yeah.
Like she's definitely toasted. I'm hot. Getting out. I'm like, hey, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm like, all right, cool. Lady, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And she's like, I didn't see you. I said, clearly, because my shit is fucked up and so is yours. And I said, all right, so here's what's gonna happen. Let's just exchange insurance information, and we'll go from there. Even call the police and stuff. And she said, never have I heard this. She said, I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine, but just so you know, this is a rental. And I was like, what? So what do I do here? Like, you not only crashed a car, you crashed a car that's not even yours.
Yeah.
So who is this on?
Right.
And I was just like, you know what? Let's just exchange information still, and we'll try to figure something out. Needless to say, I ended up paying for my car. I didn't want to deal with it. I had some other shit going on outside of that, but I just dealt with it. I was just like, God damn it. So, shout out to that lady that hit me. You got away with it. You got away with it. And that, honestly, the scare that I had, no car accident, but back in like 2010, and this was spring. I was driving, was getting on 694 again, west. As I get on the ramp, for some reason my car spun out. here's why I bring this up. The scare wasn't that it spun out and I thought I was going to die. You know what thought came in my head? I was like, please God, no. Don't let me crash this car. I need this for work. I was like, no, I need this. Nigga, I need that money. So those are my stories. 2 accidents, 1 scare.
Oh man.
For that check too. What happened with you?
Bro, so I'm back in Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
And my sister just got a new car, and she let me use it cause I either flew back or something. I didn't have my car.
Mm-hmm.
She let me use it. I went out, good ass night and cooling. So I'm on Water Street, just downtown, bunch of bars, on Strip. So there's a bunch of cars lined up. So as we leave, and I see the police out there, and I'm like looking, like I'm walking to my sister's car, me and my guy walking to my sister's car, and then I just see like cars clearly been like swiped, like side swiped.
Yeah.
But a bunch of them though. And so I'm like, what the fuck happened? So some drunk driver. But then I'm looking, bro, and I don't even see my sister's car.
Yeah.
Like I see cars, empty spot, cars. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So as I get closer, bro, I see my sister's car. Now it's up on the curb, though.
Okay.
So he swiped, and boom, hit her car. Her brand new car, by the way. So now I'm thinking like, she about to fucking kill me, bro. She didn't even want to let me use it. And I'm like, dog, what the fuck? So I'm looking around, bro. Then the police are talking to this white dude, like he's the drunk driver.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just red. Now I'm like seeing red. Now I'm like charging to him. Like my guy had to like grab me, like, dude, what the fuck you doing? Like, no. And I just lost it, bro. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? I had called my sister, but she wasn't even tripping on it. I'm like, she got insurance. Like, it wasn't my fault. But
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was just crazy, bro. I'm looking like every car just hit. You can tell every car hit, and hers on the fucking sidewalk down there, bro. I'm like, this can't be real life, bro.
That shit is wild.
Yeah.
My God, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
So the moral of all those stories is don't fucking drive drunk, dude.
nah,
That shit is terrible.
just don't.
That shit is
Even when you're like, yeah, I'm okay, just don't.
So
No.
this is a PSA episode. Don't fucking drive drunk.
This is a public service announcement from the good folks at the Symposium podcast.
Oh man.
Solid. Fair. We got about, say, 20 minutes or so left. I thought about holding off on this, but I guess we'll go into it. May as well. Try to switch things up a little bit. Yeah, Gigi? Okay.
You alright?
Have a conversation starter, if you will. So, last episode, I started the overtime rant, and we talked about companionship, talked about marriage and stuff. This time, I want to focus on what has happened over time as far as what's cool versus what's popular. So, I guess we'll do a preface, if I'm using that word right. I'll start with this. Have you know the show Adam Ruins Everything?
Nope.
Alright, so there's this show called Adam Ruins Everything, and this guy who just talks about the history of stuff, how it came to be, origin, and why things are the way that they are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2016, he did an episode, and this is on YouTube, I'll leave a link. He did an episode on weed and how it became illegal.
Yeah.
And a lot of people believe that weed became legal because of the effects and all this other stuff. But the reason that it became illegal, it was fueled by racism. So like the 1910s, there was the, I believe the Mexican Revolution. I won't give you all the details. Like I said, I'll leave a link. But as time went on, people from Mexico were starting to come to the United States. So people started to like freak out and stuff, and they started to say all these things like, oh, they're bringing this marijuana in and it does these things to you. If you smoke this, you'll have an urge to murder and rape women, all this, and so on and so forth. It's a lust for blood, they'd say. So around that time, the president caught wind of this and was like, oh, we can't have this. Illegal. Make it illegal. So that's how weed became illegal, right? So now fast forward to 2014? When did weed become legal in Colorado?
I don't even know. Like, was it?
We'll say 2014.
Okay.
2013, 2014. And then from that point on, little by little, states were popping up saying weed is legal. Nevada, California, fucking Chicago, or excuse me, Illinois, which I think is a huge one, especially for the old block. But here's why I bring that up. I find it fascinating that it took basically 100 years to get to this point. Like, you were saying this for a really long time. Why is it that you suddenly went from, oh, it's illegal, you're the reason why, to, no, it's okay?
Money, bro.
That shit is wild.
Money.
It's wild.
Like, the government is bringing that shit in as well, though. Like, it's all money, bro. Like, but it's crazy because people like, it's changing now, but niggas is getting locked up for that shit.
Yeah, that was my next thing. It's like, yo, man, people are serving 20 years for
weed, bro.
Yeah.
And they're getting paid off that. Like, people are getting, like, it's crazy.
So that shit is wild to me. And that's my prime example as far as this rant of cool versus what's popular. Now, here's another example. This one that's been on my mind for a while. Anime is blowing up right now. Like, people love it. And there was a point in time where that was not popping. Now all of a sudden it's popping. I'm like, okay, people used to get made fun of for this shit. Now to the masses, this what's up. Why is this suddenly popular? Why is this popping to the masses? Or even rap. You know, rap is the #1 genre in the world, I believe, or in the States. There was a point in time where rap wasn't even like that. An artist, or excuse me, album of the year is now, they're now looking at rap albums.
Oh yeah.
So, I just want to know what changed. How did these things that were once looked at as like, nah, that's whack or that's uncool, suddenly becomes the thing?
I think the anime shit is like, people just don't give a fuck. Like I like what I like. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
It's because it's the generation is younger, bro. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, this is what they do. They watch anime. You know, they just watch anime and like, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm like, I don't care what you think. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I like. I think that's just how they look at it, bro. Like, and I mean, they kind of, I mean, it depends on, you know, like, because you can get deep into what you watch, but like,
Yeah.
But you know, some of it is like commercialized now, I'm sure, but.
Oh, 100. Dragon Ball Z is like the #1 anime you would hear out of anybody's mouth.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Right.
I guess that shit just really, it fascinates me. Shout out to the youth.
Yeah.
For not giving a fuck to some degree.
That's what I think it is. Like this shit cool, you know? Like,
I guess that's the hipster in me, and we've touched on that for a long time. Not even just of anime and stuff, it's just to see these sort of trends. Like, people jump on the wagon. It's like, nigga, you know for a fact that you wasn't fucking with this And it can be anything. You know, you wasn't fucking with this at the time, but now all of a sudden, you rocking.
Right.
Why? What changed? Who are you as an individual, my man? Do you not know yourself well enough? What's up? So, that's my little rant. That's all I got. Conclusion, everything I'm not made me everything I am. That's what it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. One other thing, I was gonna ask you, do you like pastries? Do you like donuts or anything like that? Kind of a sweet guy?
Not really. I mean, I eat them, but I'm not like, oh, I need to go get some sweets.
Every so often?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Share these with your nephew, share this with Gigi, but look. I've been eating these for some time now. Nigga, listen. Never in my life have I had something that I was like, I need to have this in my pantry. every 2 weeks, exactly every 2 weeks. Just try one, just one. Just try one when you're ready. If you don't like it, give it away to a homeless person. But just try one. I'm not even gonna tell you niggas what this is. So, the donuts, if you want one.
Where did you even get this?
Exactly, I'll tell you after. Because I don't want people to say, I don't want to go to the gas station and suddenly I can't find it.
Right.
Okay. Oh, that was another thing that I've been flustered with. These shits have been gone, like they were out of stock. And I've had to go to outside of that, I've had to go to multiple stores for different things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's this shit about? Why are things suddenly off the shelves? Like water filters? I couldn't find water filters for a particular brand. Like, what's this shit? Why can't I just go to one store and just get everything that I need?
Right.
I don't want to make multiple trips. I'm an old man now. I complain about shit. I want simple. So yeah, try one of those, see how you feel. We're gonna wrap this up, do a last call, cause because it's just one of them.
Yeah.
Time to wrap it up.
Got much. Just a little story time action.
Nothing crazy.
What you got for last call then?
To the people, you know what? Just as we have made this PSA and I did a little Kanye moment, it's really that be true to yourself, know yourself, because when you do that, you make better decisions, like not drink and drive.
Right.
So be true to you, man. Be everything that you're not makes you everything that you are. Be you. Be true to you. That's my last call. What about you, my man?
I guess I'd say, just kind of, follow what you say. Just said, kind of that, like, I know I was joking earlier, but the seriousness of, just driving and being intoxicated and shit. Like, man, I've been there, bro. Like, that shit ain't fun. That shit, like, that DUI shit. That process is terrible, man. Like, and it's long.
Yeah.
It's long, so like, man, it's too easy to get. You got the shit at the click of a fucking button, man. You can Lyft, Uber, whatever, man. Like it's not worth it. It's not important. Like, I mean, it's important. It's not worth it. It's not, because shit was like, I'm like, it's funny to me now, like, but the shit, like, if he would have hit me straight on, bro, like, I don't know what the fuck would have happened. 'Cause he was flying, bro. Like, that shit it was scary, bro. It was scary. Like, be careful, man. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, you know what? You just said something that I didn't even ask you. Like, how do you feel?
I mean, I'm good now. Like, I was very fucking angry, but like,
sure.
But once I'm fine. I was like, all right, you know what I mean?
It's done.
It's done. Yeah. So just be careful, man. Like, be smart, be safe, be safe.
Wise words.
That's what I am with.
I actually did have some news now that I think about it. This is a very unorthodox episode, but fuck it. Logic dropped another book. It is called This Bright Future, and it is a memoir. I started listening to it this morning. Listen, that young man has been through some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, for real. All of the things that he's been made fun of, and biracial and all this other stuff. Listen, you hear his story, you like, oh damn, nigga, listen, I'm sorry. My fault. So if y'all have time, I recommend checking that out. If you don't like to read, you can always get it on Audible. Matter of fact, I need to hit Audible up, cut that check. So this is the Symposium Podcast, episode 37. Any last words for the people, E?
Said enough, man.
Okay.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow us everywhere. Symposium Pod. Yeah. We out.
A 15, a 30, a 37, a 38, a 45, 47. Bye, everybody. We out.